Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I am outraged. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
That was Madonna. She's thought a lot about blowing up the White House during the Women's March on Washington last Saturday here in D.C. She's now talking to the Secret Service, I think. The march was a big success from a turnout perspective, and doubtless participants have used their involvement to reap millions of likes on Instagram and Facebook. But besides that, what were the marchers actually marching for? There's some confusion about that. Jessica Tarlov is a Democratic strategist, a Fox News contributor, and she marched this weekend in New York, from where she joins us now.
Hi, Tucker.
Jessica Tarlov, great to see you.
Nice
You're intact for the march, I see. What was it? I mean, if you could sort of narrow it down to one point, the March on Washington was, for the Civil Rights Act, or the March Against War is Against War. What was this march about? If
I only get one thing, I'm going to say this march was about equality. And that was about, on women's issues specifically, access to quality, affordable health care, raising the minimum wage, equal pay for equal work. We know that 2/3 of people in this country on the minimum wage are women. So this was actually an economic argument. It was a health care argument. And then there were also extension issues, like for immigration reform, to go against Donald Trump and the Republican Party's climate change agenda, which we're not going to debate climate science tonight, but we know that the left does not agree with that. Racial criminal justice reform, basically the Democratic platform. So it was basically just kind of a bouillabaisse of every sort of fashionable liberal issue. Well, when you have millions of people, when you have millions of people turn out, they're there for different reasons. Okay, but so why this? Well, let me ask you this then. If it was about all those different issues, then why were abortion groups so overwhelmingly represented? I mean, you had among sponsors NARAL, Planned Parenthood, Emily's List, Pro-Choice America. A pro-life group was excluded from this. It really seems like women's issues, women's rights have become a euphemism for abortion, which strikes me as a little ghoulish to reduce women's issues to killing. I mean, is that really what it's about? That's what it seems to be about. Well, and if it's not about that, why didn't they let the pro-life people march? Well, they did let the pro-life people march. The difference was they didn't let them be sponsors of the event. There were plenty of pro-life women represented. I met many of them who were marching alongside us pro-choice folks. The difference was that when you had a Cecile Richards there, or NARAL, as you mentioned, those are people who are promoting the entirety of the liberal healthcare platform, as it were, or women's platform. And pro-life groups don't accept pro-choice women's right to feel this way. They want to overturn Roe v. Wade, and that's a key component of this platform. Whether people like it or not, abortion is health care in this country. There are millions upon millions of women who are going to have an abortion in their lifetime. We want them to have a quality place to go. We want them to be affordable. But there are millions of women, half of women, who don't agree with that. The majority of women don't agree with NARAL, which I'll remind you is the National Abortion Rights Action League. It's about abortion, not just healthcare, abortion. Right. And they don't agree. So are they not for women's rights? Are they not fully women? Or like, why wouldn't, if it's about women marching, why not let them in too as a sponsor? Well, we did let them in, but being a sponsor is different than a participant. The difference is, and I've been talking to a lot of friends about this, and I will admit that when the decision first came out to reject them from sharing the sponsorship platform, I was a little bit confused until I read the reasoning, which is that women who are pro-choice in this country accept a woman's right to decide to carry her baby until full term. The difference is on the other side that women who are anti-choice do not accept a pro-choice woman's decision. That little slip of the tongue there with the anti-choice? I'm laughing because if the pro-choice people are so open-minded, they won't share the stage with the pro-life people. Let me just ask, I don't know we're going to solve this question, but let me just ask you this. I drove through it in Washington. I got caught in the middle of this. And it seemed like some nice people, and some people I knew, actually. All people of privilege. Every single person I saw was not a working class person. They were all affluent people. I saw, in fact, Ashley Judd was up on stage, in case you didn't see it, in Washington. I did. I don't know if you have a picture of Ashley Judd. And she said lots of things that people have remarked upon. Some of them are kind of crazy. But she was wearing like about a $40,000 strand of pearls, I noticed. There you go. What is it about Trump that makes the rich ladies so mad? And I'm being that sincerely. And some of them are my friends. But affluent women really hate Trump the most. Why? Well, I think that they feel, amongst other millions of women, I think there were working class women certainly in their protests. I know that the protests running through states not in these coastal cities were full of everyone of every social and economic ilk. I think Donald Trump just raffled. Yes, absolutely, Tucker. I was walking next to people who were. Well, you just drove through it. Did you go and talk to every single person who was there?
I
mean, there are union members out there. The SEIU had thousands of people marching. Those aren't pearl wearers. Those are hardworking Americans who feel that they're what? Come on.
Yeah, but you know
There's
that's
a
not
mix,
true. And but I mean, we're being honest. So women who make under 100 grand a year, who live in middle class, lower middle class households, they voted for Trump, as you know. There is a class divide. No one wants to say it, but it's totally real, and the numbers bear it out. And I just wonder why that is. That's all I'm asking. You know, what is it about making a lot of money that makes you less sympathetic to people who don't? I don't know.
I don't think that's what it is. I think that a lot of people who are liberals and who earn a lot of money, who give to causes to make sure that people of lesser means have opportunity, would feel differently about it. And what? Come on.
Because this is a whole other topic, and we're out of time.
Fine, next
but I think
week.
It's an interesting topic. Jessica Tarlov, great to see you. Thank you.
See you later, Tucker.